Now, another movie came out this week. I personally have zero interest in this because I'm not into horror. I am not a horror watcher. If I was doing Mel Mondays this week, because we do it every other week now, I would ask Sam what he would think of this movie because Sam is my horror guy that I go to stuff. But Weapons, which is people are really seem to be enjoying, has a pretty strong start. Do we have its budget? Budget of $38 million. Yeah,
Beautiful. That
there
is
you go.
beautiful.
That is that's a number everybody can live with.
Mhm.
$38 million budget. This Adam, we're rolling back a few decades with those type of numbers. Out like with very few exceptions. I think like the first Joker was the only movie that I can remember as a hit that was like cost a shoestring and a piece of gum. like in this film, people are enjoying it from what horror
Yes,
fans.
I've heard
whatever.
I've
horror
heard
fans
everybody
are
pretty much
into
enjoy this. Yeah.
Yeah. Horror fans are into it and it's showing. The box office is responding accordingly. 1 week, $70 million. We're almost at break even.
It's break even's 95. I just did the math. It's break even's 95.
Yeah, it'll probably do it by next weekend at the latest, and then it's all profit. This is great for it. I'm like you. I have no interest in this film mainly because I don't watch a whole lot of horror, but I'm very happy that it's working, and I hope more studios realize, $38 million, you can do a lot with that as long as you're economic with your budget. And there are some decent names in this. It's not like it's all C-list actors or no names or anything like that. There are people that are recognizable in this film, and this should be the standard going forward. Just spam out a bunch of cheap experimental films and the cream will rise to the top, and that seems to be what's happening here. So
make a new trend.
I want this movie to be incredibly successful from that perspective, from an industry perspective, kind of like I want Naked Gun to be a success from an industry perspective. But 38 million, that should be close to the standard for a lot of non-heavy action movies. For heavy action movies, maybe 60 million,
30 to 50.
30 to 50 for most movies, unless it's a big tentpole thing like a Marvel movie or something like that.
I agree.
We can't have all these movies where the average these days, the average feels like 150. That's what I see going out, is the average film is $150 million, and that's just unsustainable.
Absolutely.
You have to be a massive franchise to be able to justify those types of numbers. I mean, we were just talking about John Carter last night. That budget was around 200. There's some debate on where it was, but 10 years ago, that was insane. Marketing was bad, and it failed. You can't have these budgets that are so inflated for normal movies. So I very happy for this film. I might check it out just because of how successful it's doing and wanting to help it along, but I may not enjoy it because horror is not something I'm into unless it has a really good writing psychological pull as well.
It's not my thing at all. So we want this people have loved this. As we said, I've heard nothing but positivity surrounding this. And let's check the exact box office. How many theaters is it in? They added theaters over the past few days. So they've added theaters over the past couple of days. I think this will be successful. People, listen, for Jed and I to say we don't like horror movies, a lot of people like horror. A lot of people like it. They enjoy it. They not so much the jump scares, but they like the nuance of it, this and that. They like the aspects of, is this a good villain? Is it a good mystery? If it's a horror mystery, like it's apparently a horror mystery is what it is. I heard talk about puzzle pieces coming together by the end. And horror movies are so inexpensive to make.
Yep.
They're money makers. People show up
and they
for
print money.
Yeah.
They print money. And like there's a reason why it's one of the major genres in film. Because horror, once again, it brings in money. They print money. Just think of like slasher films as a subgenre of horror. Think of Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, all these movies, especially during Halloween season or whatever the case may be. These movies print money and they're inexpensive to make. And this is, quite frankly, that criteria that should be followed for, in my personal opinion, every film for the next 5 years, so that any company can actually, I don't know, make money, so that you can have a major box office or a big budget blockbuster film at some point that actually justifies its existence, because you made, as my cousin used to call it, mid-card films.
Yep, little bits and pieces. Little win here, little win there. Yeah.
Yeah, mid-card films that cost nothing and you still was able to scratch out a little profit. So then you can make a big, huge Marvel $200 million budget and not feel like you're about to be bankrupt and begging for coins with me. So it's not a hard recipe to follow when films have done this. And once again, I'll go back to Joker a couple years back, did this on a shoestring budget and made gazillions. Like, just do that. Yo, understand where you are. You haven't, like, as far as the industry is concerned, you haven't made money in almost a decade.
And
you got to change the game up.
And you know what a big problem with that is? Stop using CGI.
I agree.
Yeah.
Stop using CGI and everything. Go back to practical effects. I mean, not every movie can get away with just practical effects, but let's get back to it. Cut down. Make a movie doesn't require $100 million worth of CGI. Just do that. And don't worry, Fernandez. I see you asking. I don't think any of us watched 20 Years Later.
I haven't seen any of those films in that.
I don't
series.
watch. I'm not interested in that franchise. Never have been. So we cannot comment because we haven't seen it. So.
Well,
I saw
weapons,
the first one 20 years ago.
With weapons, this is actually an important thing that happened with this. A new threshold was hit in the industry, something that's never ever happened before in the history of cinema. Warner Brothers has had 5 movies in a row now, or 6 movies in a row now, that have had $40 million openings in a row, and 3 of them were original films. This is the first time that's ever happened from a single studio. 6 films in a row that are that successful. I mean, not all these movies are going to make money. Like Superman's not going to make money in the end, but that is a consistent trend. And with original films being in there in competition is a great thing. We need more originality at this point. We don't need more video game adaptations, even though that was some of it, and just all these endless sequels and reboots. Sinners, I haven't seen it. Heard it was good. Very successful for what it was. That's a win, I think. Just like this is a win. Even though I'm not interested in all these films, we need more films like these that are successful to help change the tide, to help make Hollywood successful again. What we're asking for isn't something crazy. We're trying to help Hollywood by calling for these things.
Go back.
Because we want Hollywood to be successful. It's not like we're haters who just want to see the whole thing burned to the ground. We want it restored to its former glory, and this is a great way for that to happen.
Just go back.
Just go back.
But there's a problem. We're going to talk about that later. I think that they've lost the recipe to go back in a lot of ways. The people that used to do this are either some are dead or some are not willing to come back. And those who are left, both in movie and television, are now streaming. They don't know how to do it. Let's be honest. Disney is wedded to CGI monstrosities or terrible animation. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out my gaming channel at Renaissance Nerd Arcade, and follow me on X Twitter under @TheRedNerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.